Xenoblade Chronicles 2 has a battle system that changes things up quite a bit from previous games in the series, and for many, these differences might be a little confusing, even though I feel the game does a fantastic job of gradually teaching you. But not every teaching method works for every person, so I wanted to break down exactly how you battle in the game. Before we get to it though, I wanted to give a slight warning. Since I've beaten the game, there are quite a few things about my party that are spoilers from later in the story. I've attempted to minimize those as much as possible, but this demonstration does feature a party member from later in the game and blades you might not be aware of. Otherwise, the combat takes place on the first major titan you visit, Gormod. So let's get right into it. As I stated in my review, combat now requires you to stay still in order to start auto-attacking an enemy. Every weapon has a rhythm to it, punctuated by 3 main hits, each growing in power until it resets the pattern. As you auto-attack, your arts will charge, and the arts can have special characteristics to them, like doing more damage from behind the enemy. But these arts can be enhanced as well. By timing their activation to when your weapon hits in its rhythm, it'll do even more damage. So to maximize your damage output, you might want to wait until that 3rd hit. But using arts also charges your special meter, and if you time them to the auto-attack rhythm, your specials will be ready even faster. Using a special brings up the elemental combo chart. There are 8 elements in total, and each one has a different chart layout if it's used first. Using these specials builds up even more damage, but they can lead to an elemental combo. Any level of special can start the combo, but level 2 or above is needed for the next step, and level 3 or above is needed to finish the combo and unleash a devastating attack that also seals away one of the enemy's abilities. There is a time limit to using these specials, though they can be extended by toppling or launching your opponent through your arts. To do either of these, you simply need to cause a break status first. You should also know that beginning an elemental combo doesn't mean you can't use other specials that aren't listed in the chart. You can perform them, but they won't take you farther along the combo or restart it completely, so it's often a good idea to charge up to a level 4 special. Reaching level 3 is done through arts, but level 4 is obtained by hitting max affinity with your blade. This is signified by the connection between the driver and blade turning gold instead of the usual blue. Reaching this level of affinity will also build your trust for the affinity chart. Once you pull off an elemental combo, an orb will begin circling the enemy. You can actually have multiple orbs surround them as long as they're each a different element, and this is encouraged as it makes the chain attacks so much more potent. When the chain attack gauge has a full 3 bars and you have at least 1 sphere orbiting the enemy, you can attempt an elemental burst. This is a lot like chain attacks from previous games, but the goal is to destroy the element by using the type opposite of it. Others can do the job, but the opposing element is the fastest method. At that point, just do your best to follow the prompts, and you'll do the most damage possible in the game. Essentially, combat follows a series of steps that also has its own rhythm. You use auto attacks to build up your arts, use the arts to charge your specials, and use the specials to increase the power of a chain attack. It's a bit rare to use all of these in a single battle unless it's a boss or a unique monster, but it's the fastest and most satisfying way to take them down. Also, remember that all of these steps, save the chain attack, can be strengthened by timing them with your weapon's rhythm. Even timing your blade change during that set of 3 hits has its benefits, as the blade that comes in will automatically have all their arts fully charged and ready to go. From there, it's just a matter of figuring out the style that works best for you. It's an incredibly satisfying system once you pull it off, and we can't wait to hear some of the crazy damage you all might do. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to GameXplain for more on Xenoblade Chronicles and other things gaming.